Our next guest, a very talented actress and singer who you know from her work on Saturday Night Live, American Auto, and Wine Country. She's back on Broadway, starring in Once Upon a Mattress, which is currently playing at the Hudson Theater. Please welcome back to the show our very good friend, Ana Gasteyer, everybody!
Nice playbill.
Beautiful playbill.
Thank you.
You must love. Do you still get excited when you're in a playbill?
Yes, so excited. And then I go and I read my bio.
Oh.
And
so fun to read the bio.
And I count all my Broadway credits.
Were you the kind of Broadway fan who would bring a playbill home as a kid?
Yeah, you know what? I actually own thousands.
Yeah.
Ever since SNL, because when I started going to shows, Broadway shows, I only saw 2 Broadway shows before SNL.
Really?
I saw Glengarry Glen Ross original production because a family friend was an original company member of that.
Great.
And then I saw Cats obscured view behind a post.
Wow.
We saved up and took the train up, and then I remember I can't see this show. And that's all I remember. It's kind of like a whisker sticking out on either. But then after SNL, I would go to shows. I love theater, so
yeah.
I have boxes and boxes and boxes of playbills.
I mean, I remember when we were kids and we would go see shows in Boston.
You don't need to show off.
Yeah. I mean, I remember we saw Cats and we saw all the Cats. It was amazing. And I got it, not to ruin it, but the costumes is a huge part of it.
No, I've heard that.
This is based on the Princess and a Pea fairy tale.
Correct.
And this was originally on Broadway in 1959.
Mary Rogers, who was Richard Rogers' daughter, Adam Gettle, the composer, very Oscar and Hammerstein, Richard Rogers' daughter,
Carol Burnett.
And Carol Burnett.
Carol Burnett. And I like just this photo, obviously the publicity photo. They're like, we brought her on Mattress. And is that an era of Broadway show that you're familiar with?
Yes, and it's an era I love. I love the late 50s, early 60s. Even in my own music act, my jazz act, it was a real entertainers era. A lot of sort of brassy, sassy broads came out of that time, and so my spirit people ahead of me. So this show is very, they're all rooted in vaudeville, and it's very shticky and a lot of it's very shameless and very it's kind of embarrassing, but really fun.
Not embarrassing for the audience.
It's deeply uncynical. I have to say, I know
That's
joy
great,
is
though.
a theme right now in the United States, and this show is so joyful. It is, and I play, of course, the mean queen.
Yeah.
Typecast. I literally scream quiet constantly, and I was trying to work on how I was gonna do it, and then I have this obnoxious little yippy terrier, and I literally went quiet! I was like, oh, got it. So, yeah.
Now, a lot of people, I feel, have a connection with this play.
Yes.
Because this is sort of a drama club, a high school play.
So there's a lot of parts. So here, the deal is with musicals in general, people have done them in high school if they had a lot of parts.
Right.
Which is, they're not always the best musicals, but they had the most parts.
Yeah.
So everybody has done Once Upon a Mattress. I called, Dratch, I had a conference with my girls to see if I should take the job. And she was like, oh, yes, I was in it in middle school. Polar played Princess Winifred in high school. Kind of everybody's
Who had the better part, Polar or Dratch?
Polar.
Yeah, okay.
I'm comfy. No, actually, I love this. Dratch said this, and I don't want, it's whatever, a sort of a B story, but this character of Lady Larkin is pregnant. Nobody can get married till the princess gets married, okay? So, and I'm the mean queen who won't let my prince marry anybody. I nix everybody along the way. And one of this Lady Larkin is pregnant, so she wants to get married to be, legitimated. And I love this because Dratch said, she goes, oh yeah, they gave me Larkin, but I was 6th grade, so they lost the pregnancy part, so I had nothing to play. Like 12-year-old Dratch, just my meat was gone. Anyway, so everyone's done it. It's like Grease, everyone's done it, everyone's loved it, and so it's really fun. We have people there that have never done their first play, and
how would you describe? Because it is quite a good look and a vibe for you as a
mean queen. It's awesome. Yeah, she's uptight.
I mean, that's fantastic.
She's somewhere between Miranda Priestley and I don't know, a ghost.
Yeah. You have a pre-show.
Somewhere like that.
You have a pre-show ritual.
I have rituals. Yeah. So I'm a woman of a certain age, and people like to give you funny gag gifts when you hit, a real milestone number.
Yeah.
And And when I turned 70, somebody gave me one of those red light mask things, you know? And then I was backstage with it, and I brought it, I had it, because I thought maybe it'd be good for inflammation. I don't know. You know, I'm just trying to be artsy. And so I put it on, and I wear it backstage.
Yeah.
I look like sort of an older Key West gentleman working on their décolletage. But the best thing is, so I posted this because, you know, I thought it was funny. And the company, Omnilux, reached out to me. And they were like, hey, do you mind if we repost on our socials? What a gas. And I was like, sure, no problem. And then they fully just, it came up because, you know, the internet listens to you. So like 4 seconds later, it shows up in my feed as an ad for this product. But not really explaining why I'm dressed as an elderly male queen backstage. It just says, like, Anna Gasteyer, we're rocking the look. You know, like, our products are proven to help circulation. I don't know. So anyway, I wish that I could say that now we're all going to give you a free one in the audience, Oprah style, but wouldn't that be great?
That would have been so good.
Because your audience would love a décolletage product.
And by the way, you're not getting one, and you're not getting one, and you're not getting one. It is, can I just say it's very, I mean, this might not be like your sharpest look, but this is.
Yeah, that's
worse.
You do that to scare the children. I mean, obviously.
They want it to look like balls?
What I do is, as I said, it's gentleman aspirant. I wear this when I'm yelling at the dog.
Oh, yeah.
To try
and then the dog, I'm assuming, never yells at night because he doesn't want that.
Never. And you know what's so great? You know, all our girlfriends that we all worked with at SNL. So Emily Spivey's like, hey, your skin's looking great. I was like, I'm wearing this red light mask. And then she, like 4 seconds later, she obviously was Googling it, and she comes back, she goes, that's how they grow plants in space! Like, I don't know. So if you were wondering what my secret is, I think it's out.
You do a little bit of playing an instrument in the show.
Yes, I play the violin.
Now, did you have any violin chops?
Yes, I played violin miserably throughout childhood.
Okay, gotcha.
Which I had an eye patch too. So this is when a comedy origin story.
Yeah.
this is how you don't get beat up. So then
they were like, we can't beat her up. She's got 2 things.
Right, and then
they cancel each other out. We gotta let it go.
And then before the red light mask gift, my family came to me, as they do on a marquee birthday, and they said, what do you want to do for your birthday? Anything you want. We can go to Tuscany. We can learn to make pasta. The world's your oyster. And I said, I want to go to fiddle camp. And
fiddle camp?
All of them gathered and looked at me at the same time and said, no. So I went by myself. I went to fiddle camp.
Where is fiddle camp?
Well, I went to Nashville Fiddle Camp.
All right, well, that's a good place for it.
In March, yeah. And as punishment, I made my husband come and attend all the jams.
Really? Mm-hmm. How much fiddling do you do in a day at fiddle camp?
Oh, it's a full plate. It's a full plate, all fiddlers.
Wow.
Techniques, all kind of, good times. And, you know, if you want, you could go another week with claw hammers, but I'm not there yet.
Okay, gotcha. And how many different fiddle instructors did you have?
There were like 8 master classes, and then you went and did jams and things.
Wow.
So anyway, I had just come back from fiddle camp when I got Once Upon a Mattress, and it was, and they said, I don't know, out of the blue I mentioned it. She was like, we'll have you fiddle in the show. So that's what I do.
Unbelievable.
It's not, but I'm more uptight because I'm a queen.
Okay, yeah.
You know, so
I feel like a queen's got to be a violin, it can't be a fiddle.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And I'm still trying to work in the eye patch. It could happen later.
How many years were you patched? Well, I'm just gonna say our middles was patched. Our Axel was patched for like a year.
Yeah. Well, it was the 70s, so the entire decade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The doctor was like, try it for like 10 years, and then.
And then,
if nothing happens.
Didn't take. You know what? Actually, in an ironic twist, I found out later that it was because I have astigmatism, which in effect is like having an obstructed view all the time. So basically, I was double blocked on cats.
Yeah.
In my right eye.
That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking. But, you know, I developed other skills, as you can tell.
Full fiddles.
Yeah, so I do play the violin, and anyway, that's it. But and then.
You again, you have an incredible costume on the show, but this is a costume you picked out for yourself. Now,
Yes.
explain what is your activity and why you're wearing it.
Okay, so every year, this is my Mary Mecco for Target. Again, I know the audience is real fashionistas here.
Yeah.
So Mary.
And is this something they're getting? Are they all getting this or no?
No.
Is this another product?
I hope so. I hope so.
No.
I hope so, because I'm very big on both Mary Mecco and Target. So when there was a collab, as they say in the business,
Yeah.
I was the first person, a door busted practically, to get this two-piece swimming outfit, full-body swimming outfit with a blue stripe. And it was several years ago now, and I wear it clamming.
Okay.
Which is
So you're clamming.
So I'm clamming in this picture.
Okay.
And it's my favorite. It's my clamming outfit, and the reason it's my clamming outfit is it's full body protection. You're spending the day kind of clamming. You clam, and Martha.
Oh, of course, I'm clamming
right now, practically. You sit there and you shuffle around, and you feel the clams, and you get all excited. It's our annual ritual, and we finish every Labor Day weekend. We do this. And the first year that we did it, we were way out in the middle of the Great South Bay, off Fire Island, where we go. And I mean, I'm talking hours away from other human beings. It's just our little group, and we're in our fun clamming outfits, and we're shimming along, and we're collecting clams. We're proud. And out of nowhere, this 80s bully, like a James Spader, like a Caddyshack character, like a flipped up pink collar, a Madras short, on a Sunfish for one, okay? And it's a little sailboat with his, like, reclining like this, like with his feet crossed, his arm, and he went just out of nowhere, comes sailing by me, and he goes, "Nice clamming outfit." And then he goes, "Do you always clam in your pajamas?" And then he sails off in this one little solo. And I couldn't believe I got razzed in the middle of a bay. It sucked off my one. I got Caddyshacked.
The clams in the bucket were all laughing.
Yeah, everybody like, Mary Mecco for what? Yeah, exactly. So in defiance, every year I wear it. Even if I'm a little fuller in the middle, even if the stripes bend a little bit or they come back in, I wear that clamming outfit with enormous pride. And this year, this isn't in the picture, but there was a photograph where just a big Jesus shaft came along. So I felt like the Jesus is on my side on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. I'm on your side. I think it looks great.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're also wearing it because you maybe are trying to come up with a good comeback for that dude?
Still?
Yeah.
I still am.
Yeah.
Do you have any pitches on
I'd
that?
be like, you!